This is Dr. Kumar. I'll be teaching the Chem 150 Principles of Chemistry class. Um, as you all know, this is a online class, and which in itself could present some issues to some of you. And that's why I figured I'll take the time to record a video welcoming you all to the class, and at the same time discuss some things that you can do to make things easier for you. Okay, and this is an 8-week class, so it won't last till December. It will probably be over sometime in October, and you can get the dates of the midterm and the final exam on the syllabus. And um, I'm restructuring the course. The course was taught previously, but I'm restructuring it. The primary reason being there were not many resources or audio or visual component to each week's material. And so I'm trying to restructure it. So the course page would be available on the 14th, but when it is available, you would see that there's not material in for week 2 onwards, and there's a reason for it. And I'm restructuring the course. I've got most of the material restructured, and so don't worry too much about whether there's material or not as you see the course page. But I assure you, my Vacom bamboo tablet is also broken. I've ordered a new one, and the reason I see how I would use that is to make interactive videos where you will hear me working a problem or working a concept using the Vacom bamboo tablet rather than using somebody else's YouTube video. There's a potential pitfall with learning content through YouTube videos is people will probably have the correct content and probably teaching the right thing when they make a video. But the problem is if it is a generic lecture type video where a person has simply taught you the material, that might be helpful. But what really missing in those videos is that personal touch where I've taught chemistry for a long time. And so I know where students struggle. So if I incorporate that struggling phase into my instructional video, then students would already get that material the way they would have imagined it. What I'm saying is thinking from the student's shoes while you make those videos. It's a lot more helpful than just making a video for making a video. Does that make sense? Okay. So I will be making all those videos this upcoming week because my Wacom bamboo tablet hasn't come yet. But sure, I've got the week 1 material up, but I don't still want you to read or do anything with it until actually the course date starts, which is the 21st. But here's what I want you to look at is the syllabus. And if you look on page 4 of the syllabus, there's a concept map. And as I've said, I've taught chemistry for a while, and the reason why sometimes students struggle with chemistry is because they can't see the relationship between concepts. And why do they have to learn this class? And that's always a common question. So the concept map kind of works you through how, if you don't understand a chemistry concept, you cannot just say, oh yeah, I'll memorize and get through this exam. I will probably be able to do it well in the next exam. No, that's not the case, because every little chemistry concept is tied into some other larger concept, and the larger concept is tied into some other smaller concept, and the cycle goes on. So if you look at the concept map, the purpose is for you to see the connection between concepts as you learn each other, and we'll come back and touch where we are on the concept map each week. And this way it's very synergistic and synchronized, and rather than you learning material segregated and then get tested on it. And contrary to the previous structure where there were 3 exams and a final, I think 3 exams and a final is a little too much for an 8-week class, just simply because you would just turn around and only be taking exams, and there's really no time to actually learn. If we're going to spend time just taking exams, then it means we need to learn to get tested. So I have condensed it to just 1 midterm and 1 final, and there will be quizzes and homeworks. And that's also part of the restructuring is The homework problems were simply written as numbers from the back of the book. I am not a big fan of those simply because I mean that I can I don't think that it really makes sense, okay? Unless someone actually sits down and creates and writes problems up based on what their students uh, know or don't know based on the quiz is usually would be more helpful than just giving numbers in the back of the problem, on the back of the book, sorry. So created, I have handwritten my own homeworks and quizzes from scratch, and that's the way I like it. Every time I teach something, I try my best not to use third-party videos, resources. Resources maybe, not so much videos and other stuff. So for now, as a a place marker, I have put some third-party videos, which would be helpful just to get started on the material for week one. But between Tuesday of this week, if you're watching the video this week, Tuesday of this week, and before school starts, I would have most likely uploaded 2 to 3 weeks worth of material. And as we go further, we will I will upload more sections. I don't just want to upload everything like a buffet up front, and then you just have a whole bunch of materials to, and it may even lead to chaos, which I have seen. So I'm just gonna upload a few weeks before this school starts on the 21st, and then from there I will, as you work your way through the first 4 or 5 weeks, then I will upload 6 weeks, 6, 7, and 8. And also the homeworks, you are allowed one full redo for a full credit. Now this is something I've been inspired by a professor I worked with in the past, several years ago, and he gave students the opportunity because it's not about grades, it's about learning. And so when you submit your homework to me through Moodle, I will grade it and give you comments on which questions you've got wrong. You have to just retype your answers for those where you got it wrong and write a comment to saying why you got it wrong the first time and why you got it right the second, which why you think you got it right the second time, and then send that file back on Moodle to me. And when I grade it, you have an option to get a full point for the redo. But redo is only available once, which means homeworks must be turned in on the due date by the due time to be eligible for the redo. If you turn in your homework late, which I would not allow unless there's an emergency purpose or reason, then you must support your reason why you missed the homework. You must submit your homework the first attempt on time on the specific day to be eligible for the redo. So once your redo is done, I will go back and change whatever points you've got, and then say you got a 7 the first time and you redid it and then you got 9.5, I will upload you a 9.5. For the quizzes, you get 3 attempts. Now, I don't want you to go use all 3 attempts in one go. I would like you to do only one attempt and then write me an email and then ask me, I got these questions wrong, how do I go about it, things like that. Or I can even create a discussion blog on Moodle where you can talk to your peers and then make the second and the third attempt. Just don't go make all 3 attempts in one go. So you do get 3 attempts on the quizzes, one redo on the homework. Okay, so you have less reasons to lose points, and then you have one midterm and one final. I've also mentioned in my email that I sent you all earlier that there will be a Skype session. It won't happen all the time, but I will give you a specific day and a time because I'm teaching so many other classes. I do run short of time, which means I'm busy. So when you reserve a Skype session, well, I'll give you more details about the Skype session as the course gets started. We don't want to worry about that right now. But here's what you want you to do if you're going to make a best use of the Skype session is to write your questions before our meeting, before our specific time and day. I want you to write down the questions that you have and then get to the point straight away with those questions instead of signing up for a meeting and then look for a question, which is not productive. So when the course opens on the 14th, don't worry about why there's no week 2 or 3. I am working on restructuring them this week. I've been working on them for a while, but then my Wacom Bamboo broke, so I'm getting a new one. But it'll all be taken care of before the 21st. So please do take the time to go over just the syllabus. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me either through Moodle or my email that's on the syllabus. All right. Well, that's all I wanted to say. It's about 10 minutes already. So please do take the time to fully watch this video and not just cut short or forward. It'll be available as a YouTube video. I will post the link, and then I'll also send an email welcoming you all to the course, and then you can just watch the video. All right. So stay on top of your assignments and readings, whatever you have to do. Mostly the video that I create each week for each week will cover every material in depth, like me speaking and writing and solving things. Your first job is to just watch my video, and that itself should, you can rewind because it's a video, you can rewind, forward it, watch it as many times as you want. The video should give you everything you need. And if that's not enough, I'll give you specific sections of the chapter in the book that you can read. I will also post supplementary videos from other people, see if that'll be helpful. So visually learning chemistry is the easiest way than just reading about it, because chemistry is abstract. So if you see someone doing it for you and you follow that, I think that makes more sense, at least for people that are not chemistry majors or in a chemistry class as a freshman or sophomore or even junior. Unless you are a chemistry major in your master's or PhD, then you don't need that kind of visual support. But for someone that's starting a chemistry class, like 150 class, then it's probably easier to learn chemistry more visually than reading about it or talking about it. So watch my video, and I'll tell you which video to watch each week first, and then you can read other things or watch other videos that I post or other materials that I feel is necessary. So that's pretty much all I have to say. So good luck, and if you have questions, as always, email me. Emailing would be the primary contact. The Skype is an optional method, so don't think you can always Skype me and get hold of me. Email is the only source of connection between you and me, so please make use of it. Ask your questions as they come up. Don't wait till week 6 to ask week 1 questions. Well, I'm still going to answer it, but is it serving the purpose? Probably not. So keep that in mind, and let's hope that we will have a great class, and I welcome you all once again to Chem 150. Have a good day. Bye-bye.